40 years ago, it was a common market. Now it's a European Union that wants an air force, an army, a navy.
This is a dangerous fantasy. The idea that there's going to be a European air force, a European army, it is simply not true.
The European Union should have its own army, says Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker. The EU chief made the remarks to German newspaper Welt am Sonntag. Juncker added that with its own army, Europe could react more credibly to the threat to peace in a member state or in a neighbouring state.
The rationale for Europe today is not peace anymore, it's power.
This week, the former head of British troops in Afghanistan said the Eurozone's elite's ultimate plan is to form an EU army out of the bloc's 28 member states. Retired British Army Colonel Richard Kemp said, "If we left the EU, we would undermine the EU's ultimate plan of forming an EU army, and that is exactly what they are going to be doing."
The fact is, by Gordon Brown and David Miliband signing the Lisbon Treaty in 2009, the UK is already obligated to a common security and defence policy with the EU. And when you look at the structures already in place, it becomes increasingly clear how we are moving toward combined EU forces. The European External Action Service already has at its disposal the EU military staff, which functions as a high command, EU battle groups with battalion-sized forces that can be put into action at 48 hours notice, EU NAVFOR, which is currently operating off the coast of Somalia and in the Med, and the European Air Transport Command, which now controls over 60% of Europe's military transport and air refuelling capability. And the process of integration has already started. Leaked draft proposals seen by the Financial Times set out German plans for a joint European command and widespread cross-border sharing of military units and equipment.
A secretive EU army is now taking form as the Germans have annexed the Dutch military.
The only way to stop this now is to vote leave on June the 23rd.